What is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy, it is Kit Nagy, it is Nagy on Sports, continuing with our 2024 season sim. The Browns are 9-2. It's a Monday night game as they host the 4-8 Steelers, and as you saw there, the Steelers season not going the way that they had planned it, so Russell Wilson has been benched. It will be Justin Fields tonight at quarterback for these Steelers. For the Browns, led by Deshaun Watson, he's been healthy, he's been fantastic, leading the NFL in passing yardage and passing touchdowns, and their defense playing some exceptionally complimentary football as well. The three top sack leaders in the NFL belong to your Cleveland Browns as well. So we are excited to get this one going. I am still out of town, so Kit is going to call this one. Appreciate him calling some games this week. So without further ado, we'll get this one popping as Boswell puts toe to leather. Go Browns. Take it away, Kit.
Yeah, appreciate that, Phil. And yeah, very exciting Monday night matchup here, division rival with the Steelers. And as Phil mentioned, it'll be not Russell Wilson. He got benched on their rough season so far. So now Justin Fields is going to be the guy here for the Steelers. But first, we're going to see Deshaun Watson. There's a look at his league-leading 3,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Hey, big dog, welcome in. Glad to have you. Out of the gun to start the game. Watson. Quick RPO look, throws it out to Judy. Very quickly picks up 7 on that look. Saw some space there off, kind of giving a little cushion to Judy there. And a quick little comeback route works out for 7. Tight bunch to his left. Now firing to his left, he's got it complete to Njoku, who's going to get it down near the line to gain 3rd and inches. We are, in fact, 9-2, big dog. We haven't lost since week 1 and 2. We lost the first 2 games and then have been on a 9-game winning streak since then, as Watson not going to be able to escape Highsmith on that one, as he kind of worked his way out into the rush lane inadvisably and comes up with a sack. And that is going to bring up 4th down, and the Browns unfortunately going to go 3 and out, although they're going to get bailed out with a penalty on the kicker. Penalty on the roughing the kicker, as the rush got there and ran into the kicker. And that was Landon Roberts. So Browns going to get bailed out on the first drive here, after the sack was going to force the punt, but a penalty going to overcome that. Steelers are 4-8. They're pretty bad. I think that's what Phil said they are. But as I mentioned earlier, they were having such a rough season that Russell Wilson got benched in favor of Justin Fields. So that's who we're going to see out here today. Is that first pass, or that pass after the penalty, goes incomplete, pressure coming, finds a man, complete. Jerry Jeudy staying on his feet, but he actually ends up losing a few yards for staying on his feet. If he had just gone original spot, he might have been a handful of yards closer. As that one is knocked out of the hands of Cooper. And so another 4th down here for the Browns. Going to have to punt again, so a bit of sputtering on offense here to start. They got bailed out once, not going to get bailed out a second time, and this time Bajorquez is going to drop it into the end zone. So Steelers will have the ball. Justin Fields coming out now, and he's going to be starting on his own 20. Hey Karen, welcome in. Go Browns. Yeah, I definitely need the offense to wake up here. They not showing up the best there on that first drive, as the first 2 plays were not too bad, but then the sack on 3rd down, bailed out by the penalty, and then 3 kind of ho-hum plays after that leads to another punt. George Pickens with the reception goes for -1. Fields alone, unafraid in the backfield. He throws it underneath. He's got it complete. And Pickens again in the action there. He's going to get his second. That one goes for 5. 3rd and 6. Fields working up in the pocket, got it. Oh, thought it was going to be complete, but Newsom had other ideas as he just leveled the receiver there, and a big hit laid, and that's going to jar the ball loose emphatically. And so a 4th and 6, Steelers are going to have to punt as they go 3 and out. Yeah, our defense is really good. Baltimore, I don't know. We'll watch the ticker. It should have it down there in whatever matchup they're in. I don't believe they're in a bye week, but I haven't. It's hard for me to look because I'm not on the console, and it's hard for me to keep track of it. But I don't think they've had a great season. I think the rest of the AFC North has generally struggled. But we'll see. We'll watch for it there. LA Vibes. We'll see if we can't. And welcome in, by the way. As Watson's going to get pressure, and he's going to get sacked. TJ Watt gets home. His first sack of the ball game. So the second sack now on Watson. First one created by number 4, and this one was all TJ Watt. And some other defenders. Not a great look there for the Browns O-line as they lot of pressure through. Right now, it's probably between Baltimore and Cleveland. I think they have the best two, or possibly. Well, yeah, I think it's probably Baltimore and Cleveland. That'd be my vote anyway. I couldn't tell you, big dog. Couldn't say. So 1st and 10 now for Justin Fields, and pressure Myles Garrett's going to get home for his first sack of the ball game, first for the Browns. And they're out there barking, 2nd and 16. 4-man rush. Fields now firing deep. He's got a man out there in some space, and he's got it complete. Denzel Ward in coverage. And Wilson, the receiver, able to come up with a nice chunk here. Just creating a little space out to the perimeter on number 21. Yeah, both Watt and Myles already active in this game. Bodes well for those D-lines, respectively. Justin Fields now thrown but incomplete. An ugly bobble there. Just a drop. I think he heard footsteps coming. But yes, that was a very nice drop, or a very nice throw, LA Vibes. He absolutely had a nice throw out there to Wilson. It's a nice run from Fields. He is known for his leg work, and he does so there. First down on the 11-yard carry. And the first drive here for the Steelers past midfield. Getting some production going. From under center. Hands it off right up the middle. All kinds of space to work with for Nagy. He's going to get to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Steelers. Najee Harris gets in there. And the Steelers, the first to strike in this ball game, which had been a defensive struggle up to that point, but not so this drive, as the Browns defense kind of got caught napping on that rush play, and Najee Harris makes them pay right up the middle, finding a big gap into the secondary and then able to race his way down to the end zone. So the Steelers are going to take the first lead of the ball game, 7-0 after that touchdown from Najee Harris. So LA Vibes is a Ravens fan. Yeah, he doesn't care for the Steelers either. But yeah, he's definitely a Baltimore fan. Which is all right. We welcome everyone from all fan bases, even our rivals are all welcome here. We're all one Nagy Nation, so glad to have you all here. Even the fans from the Ravens and the Steelers. Every fan base is welcome and encouraged to enjoy our product. We glad to have you here. As a quick throw over the middle goes for 7. And that one is the first catch for Cooper on the ball game. Yeah, Ravens 5 and 6. Like I said, I don't think the rest of the AFC North is have had a particularly good season here in our sim this year. For whatever reason, the other 3 teams in the AFC North kind of struggled here in the sim. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, Cincinnati with the second best record at 7 and 4. I'm just seeing that there at the bottom of the screen. So it sounds like it's Cleveland in first, then the Bengals, then the Ravens, then the Steelers. So 4th and 2 is going to lead to another punt. More struggles here for the Browns offense as they just can't seem to get it going. A little flat-footed here on the game. Maybe they discounted these Steelers, and you should never, ever discount a division rival. And that seems to be what happened, at least in the early goings of this one. Yeah, absolutely. There's still a chance to get to the postseason, no doubt. No doubt. So Fields going to take over at the 44. Nice field position for the Steelers here after that punt. He's going to escape out of the pocket, going to take it himself out to the 40, pushing through that, and now to the 38-yard line. Nice effort from Justin Fields. Delpit having a hard time making that tackle. I believe we've done at least one of those games, if not both of them. Let me, I'd have to go back and look to see, but I think we've done at least one of those games this season. Out of the gun, fakes it to Najee Harris, now going downfield, and he catches it. Nice catch down on the right-hand stripe there. And that is Watkins with the grab. He went up to high point that one. And now a nice balanced attack here for the Steelers, and they're threatening again. 4 rushes, 6 passes, and in striking distance. This one lofted to the end zone, but incomplete. 4 of 7 for 54 the day so far for Justin Fields. Yeah, they sure are. No doubt the Steelers are playing really well right now. 2nd and 10. Handoff goes to Najee. He's going to work up in the hole and find 2 yards for his efforts. And Justin Fields to the end zone. Touchdown. An absolute strike there goes to Roman Wilson. And the Steelers have doubled their lead here with 2 successful drives. And the Browns kind of sitting here scratching their heads, wondering what the heck has happened. They've been put in the blender so far early in this game, as the Steelers having a lot of success on offense and the Browns really not having any success for theirs. So Boswell will attempt the PAT to make this a 14-0 ball game. And he does. So the Browns really need to figure something out here, as they're in a 14-point hole pretty early in the goings of this game. 4:30 left in the first quarter, and not a lot to show for their offensive efforts so far in this one. I believe they've got just the 1 first down, and they're gonna need some more than that. Yeah, it seems to be the way it's panning out right now, at least, Big Dog. We'll see how that holds. As Watson fires deep, he's got a man, and it goes over his head. A flag on the play, however, might be a PI. It is, and I don't care who that's on. I hate that call. Just encourages poor football. Really hate the spot foul like that. Watson now throws the ball, and I don't think he caught that. He did not. That was Elijah Moore attempting to make that grab. Now Nick Chubb, his first rush of the ball game, seems a little late to be calling your first number 24 rush in the ball game with only 3:50 and counting in the first quarter remaining. Probably should be going to that well a little sooner and a little more often, as this one is complete to Jerry Jeudy, and a first down achieved the right way, just their second. They've gotten 2 first downs off of penalties that were, one was relatively undeserved, and the other one was, what it was. I guess it would have been a first down even if the penalty were just a regular 15-yard penalty rather than spot foul. So I guess it was deserved from that perspective, although it was a little out of reach, so I'm not so sure it should have been pass interference as it was over his head. I'm not sure either one of them could have come up with that catch. 2nd and 10 now after an ugly drop underneath. And that's right, Big Dog, nobody seems to want to catch the ball right now. Jerry Jeudy had a nice catch earlier, but that an ugly drop. Now Watson firing it deep. There's Jerry Jeudy, misses it, makes a man miss, and gets himself down to the 11. And finally the Browns showing up a little bit on offense, getting something done. They've got to punch it into the end zone, but at least an opportunity here to close this to back to a single touchdown lead for the Steelers. Now a handoff to Nick Chubb. He's got some space. He's going to get down to the secondary and down to the 4. 2nd and 3 after that nice rush. Technically, they still can get a first down on the on the 1-yard line. Handoff goes to Nick Chubb. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. And trust number 24, he gets it done for you as he should, as you'd expect out of him. Nick Chubb is ever so good, and just his 3rd carry of the ball game. You'd expect he probably should have 6 or 7 by now. But his 3rd does go for 6. And Hopkins adds the extra point to make this a 14-7 ball game. And now you really need your defense to carry that momentum on this drive and hold these Steelers so that your offense has an opportunity to try to tie this ball game back up. Yeah, I'm really excited for that too, Big Dog. Really looking forward to seeing how those two work together. I just think they're going to be a dynamic duo. Throw Tillman in there and some of the other guys, Elijah Moore, in that group, and those 4, that top 4 right there should be pretty nasty. Welcome in, David. Appreciate that, as always. A throw to Freiermuth, his first, goes for a first down. Now Fields, empty set, escaping the pocket, or trying to, and he's not going to get away from Zadarius Smith, who's going to sack him, and Broderick Jones going to be injured on the play. He's just on the bench, so likely he'll be back in the game. Which part are you not looking forward to? The injuries, or as another sack? Oh no, he's going to get out of a Myles Garrett sack. That never happens, but it does result in a safety instead, as Obo Okoronkwo cleans up Myles Garrett's attempted sack that would have been a sack and not a safety. Justin Fields stays in the end zone inadvisably, and Obo gets home and gets him for the safety. So somehow the inability to make a sack works out to the favor of the Browns, and that never happens for Myles Garrett. He does not finish. He always finishes sacks. If he gets his hand on a quarterback, if the ball's not out, that quarterback is going down. There is no doubt about it. But this time, somehow, Justin Fields steps out of a sack from Myles Garrett, and that ends up working to the Browns' favor. Nick Chubb does Nick Chubb things. Look at him go. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. What a run right up the gut, just shrugging off would-be tacklers, bouncing around in the hole and finding his way to pay dirt after he turned on the Jets with nobody even in the screen. Look at this one again. Nice little cut, bounces off that tackler, says, I don't think so, shrugs off another, then nobody behind that, and nobody is going to catch him from there. That looked like vintage Nick Chubb right there. Exactly like you expect. And let's hope we see a lot of that this season, because that was fun. Hey, Sean, welcome in. And Yeah, go Chubb indeed. Good timing on jumping in on this one. That was a really fun play. Hey, 504, welcome in. And yes, Browns are waking up indeed, and the 2-point safety works out on the little punt play. A couple plays later, Browns right back into the end zone with a lead due to that safety. And really, you know, you got to credit Myles Garrett for making it even possible, but him not finishing the tackle somehow is the reason they ended up with a safety rather than just a sack. So an incredible turn of events there that led to a 14-16 lead, or 16-14 lead, I guess, for the Browns. So look at the numbers there. By the stats, the Steelers should be winning this game, and they have had a better, run of it for the most part, outside of that safety and then the subsequent score from Nick Chubb to take the lead for the Browns. Hey, welcome in, Diablo. Yes, exactly. Run the ball, good things happen. And the fact is that, that's the second touchdown for Nick Chubb, but that's only maybe the fourth carry for him in the game, fourth or fifth, which is far too few with one quarter already under our belts here. Pickens, the receiver there, takes it to 3rd and 1. And a penalty flag. Looks like they got a little early jump there, and that's going to set them back on 3rd down to a 3rd and 6. You don't want to do that with the Browns defense fired up. Fields out of the gun. Pressure coming. He's going to escape. He's going to get to the line, and then he's going to have some additional yardage. And a third rush, he's got 40 yards. He has been very good with his legs in this game. And he does pick up that 3rd and 6 for the Steelers. I mean, it's very possible they won't need him. Although you'll certainly love to have him. As soon as he's 100% healthy, he's a big part of what you want to do. He is the ethos of this team. He embodies and personifies exactly what Kevin Stefanski wants in that workmanship mentality. The humble, kind of the humble head to the grindstone Cleveland, quintessential Cleveland personalities. He's perfect for this squad and nearly picked there. Newsom had an opportunity, just bats it down. No, he got benched, Sean. The Steelers were so bad. I believe they're 4-8 coming into this game, but they were so bad he got benched for Justin Fields. As Myles Garrett is going to get home. So 1.5 now for him. Of course, he had half sack credit on the safety because he technically had first contact, but it's been an interesting beginning. Not so exciting, Mitchell. It got exciting later into the second quarter. Beginning of the second quarter is a big Mike Hall sack there. And that one is going to set them back on 4th down. And this Browns defense is very much alive now. Finally feeding off the energy here in the stadium and getting themselves back to make Justin Fields' life in the backfield miserable. I think long-term Justin Fields probably is a better starter for the Steelers, to answer your question, Ellie Vibes. But they'll start with Russell Wilson, I'm sure, until he loses the job at some point. Because I think Justin Fields is just a better quarterback at this point. And I honestly don't think that the Steelers and what they're trying to do really matches Russell Wilson at all. I don't think that's who he is. But maybe that's just me. Could be. Very possible, Big Dog. We'll see. I'm certainly excited to see how it pans out. 2nd and 9 now for the Browns. But loading downfield, had a man, but Njoku can't hold on to it. 3rd and 9. That would set up for an incredible clash between those two teams if that happens that way, as Watson's going to take off with this one. He's not going to have enough yardage, though. Highsmith comes in to keep him, Holcomb comes in to keep him short. And 4th and 3 is going to be the result. Extending the olive branch only made things worse. That's funny. I like it. Where is which game played at? The Dallas-Cleveland game? That one's in Cleveland, if that's what you're asking for week 1. Oh, Browns-Jags? I don't know. I'd have to look to see where that one is being played. I don't know off the top of my head. As a quick carry, quick tackle on Najee Harris. Goes for not much yardage there. Yes, it's in Jacksonville. That is correct. As a nice hole out to the left side opens up in this Browns defense. And Warren finds some space. Interesting, they haven't relied more on Warren of the 2 running backs. I think Warren is probably the more explosive right now for these Steelers than Najee Harris. Najee Harris seems more like a failed experiment at this point in his career. I'm not sure why he's the superstar and not Warren, but Warren had been better for the Steelers last season by quite a bit. Second and 9 out of the pistol. Fields hands it off to Najee Harris. He's got some blocking up front, but some defenders making up for that. Filling in nicely, JOK amongst them, 3rd and 6. Delayed handoff fake, and then pressure coming right up the middle. DK, it's a fumble! He dropped it somehow. Myles Garrett's going to pick it up, and another big turnover here. Taking the ball away is number 95. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like he just lost his grip. He kind of flew out of his hand there as he was trying to do something. I'm not sure what. But 95 scoops it up. And the Browns with a great opportunity to extend their lead here on a very short field. 2nd and 6 now after Cooper's second reception. He's only got 11 yards. He's been very quiet in this game. Handoff goes to number 24. He hasn't been quiet, but this time he doesn't get very much. Just 1 yard. Tight bunch to the right side. Watson standing in the pocket, and he gets it out to Judy in just a tiny bit of space. Finds it right in the pocket between the defenders and gets a first down. Nice little placement ball there to Jerry Judy. Now an I formation here for the Browns. 1st and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Now firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. There's Cooper catching his first touchdown of the ball game. And the Browns are going to extend their lead here after that safety really turned the countenance of this game on its head. As we saw, the safety should have been just a normal sack. He somehow gets out of Myles Garrett's grip, and then Obo Okoronkwo cleans it up for the safety. And we then a quick drive with an explosive run from Nick Chubb to score that touchdown, followed by a fumble recovery and a short field punched in again for another touchdown, and all of a sudden it's a 23-14 scoreline in a game that at one point was 14-zip, 23 points unanswered for these Browns. Trips off to his left side. A little handoff goes to Warren, and Warren's going to be tackled after a 4-yard pickup. Delpit getting in on that tackle. Trips again to the left side. Warren on the right hip. Handoff goes to Warren, a little inside zone to the left, and he's got the first down. JOK kind of tackled him over the line there. And 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half, in what has turned into, at least of late, an all-Browns game. Pressure coming. Fields gets rid of it, and he gets it to his running back Harris out of the backfield. His first reception goes for 9. 2nd and 1. Devin Bush in coverage. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. And yeah, an interesting game so far. It's been unusual. Steelers had gone up 14-0, and then 23 unanswered now for our Browns. But Steelers here with an opportunity as they're driving with 3 and some change to play in the half. They have all 3 timeouts now at midfield. Yeah, he sure is. Nagy has looked pretty good in this sim here for the Steelers. Justin Fields is going to escape again. He's been good in the rush as well. He's going to get 7 right there. It's about the 3rd or 4th pocket he has escaped successfully to pick up nice positive yardage. 2nd and 3. Tight bunch to his right. Fields now firing out to his right side and just off target. 9 of 14 now, not quite to 100 yards just yet in this game for Justin Fields. He's had a little more success consistently with his legs than with throwing. As that one is going to be caught somehow, caught it through the contact. That was Quez Watkins with that catch. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. To his left from under center. Fields back to pass, and he's not going to get that one to go. Was trying the sideline there and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now working out of the pocket. He doesn't like it, so he's going to try to take off, but he can't get around number 95. And that's going to put him in the zone, as it was technically per Madden a sack, even though he had clearly elected to run. And Myles Garrett going to chase him down from behind, along with Zadarius Smith. Half a sack credit to Zadarius. Myles going to get the other half. 4th and 17 the result, and the Browns defense is going to hold. And perhaps even an opportunity, depending on how much time is left. There may be even an opportunity for this Browns offense to do something, but they're going to have to do it from the 12 because that was a nice punt. Winning the AFC East? Oof. Maybe Miami. I don't know about the Jets. I don't trust the Jets. Their defense is great, but I need to see their offense actually be good. And, you have to have a healthy Aaron Rodgers for that, so we'll see. As Watson is going to go nowhere there. Timeout taken as now the Steelers trying to preserve some time here in half. 3rd and 16. A handoff goes to Nick Chubb, but he nearly busted that one. But a 4th and 11, and they're going to punt. I don't know. I'm probably going to stick with Miami for it, but Jets could be very good. I know certainly it's not going to be the Patriots, because I think their woes will continue for a while yet. AFC or NFC North? Second and 10. Myles Garrett coming, and he's going to get rid of it just in time. 3rd and 10, incompletion. NFC, I like Detroit. I like what they're doing up there. I think they're the best team in the North right now for the NFC. For the AFC, I mean, I like the Browns, but I'm probably biased on that front as a longtime Browns fan. I think they might have the best squad right now. Certainly have the best defense in the AFC North. If the offense is as good as I think the fan base thinks, and I think even the team thinks and hopes they should be, then I think the Browns stand a good chance to be the best in the North this year. As 1 tick left here in half, and a little handoff goes to Nick Chubb. Get a few more yards for him, and that's going to take us to halftime. Scoreline 23-14 here at half. And it has been all Browns ever since that 14-zip leadoff for the Steelers, and then Browns with 23 unanswered. A little turnover action, a little safety action, and some quick scoring going on makes this a 23-14 game. And that's fair. It's hard not to be biased for your team, LA Vibes. It really is. It's hard not to be biased that way, and it's absolutely fair to think the Ravens have the best team in the AFC North. It's very possible they do. We'll have to see it. We'll have to see it out there on the field. That's ultimately what's going to answer that question. Us talking about it won't answer it. It's just going to be what happens out there when it comes down to strapping up the cleats and going to work, and seeing which team, when you go toe to toe, which team really has what it takes. Best uniform in the North. There are some good ones to choose from. I am again biased, but that all whites for the Browns is awesome. I do love it. Yeah, it's just such a clean look. I can't not vote for that. It's so good. I will say the Ravens all black does look nice too. Color rush with those helmets also really nice too. I've seen those look good. Heavy set now for the Browns here in the second half. Two tight ends to the right side. Nick Chubb, the ball carrier. He's going to be met very quickly by Holcomb. 2-yard pickup. That's a great Threads matchup right there, big dog, no doubt. As Nick Chubb gonna fight through some more tacklers. He's having a very good day. Now over 100 yards on his 9 carries. 101 to be exact. 3rd and 2. Another Nick Chubb run. He's gonna have the first down. He's gonna stiff arm a dude into tomorrow, and he's gonna end up with a few extra yards out of it. Holcomb makes the tackle eventually. Hey, Rick, welcome in. And go Browns. Now Nick Chubb with some blockers up into the hole, and he's going to have 3 yards there. Finally get Nick Chubb going here with a little more consistently run-based orientation in this game. 11 carries to his name, 100-plus yards and 2 touchdowns. Much more what you're looking for out of number 24 in a game. This one goes to the Chief. He's going to have another first down and another productive drive here for the Browns. Yes, feed Chubb. Precisely, big dog. That's exactly what they need to do. Sets up so much of what they want to do on offense. Here he is again. Nice little cutback into the hole, although the defense read that pretty nicely. Kazi in particular kind of stuck right with Chubb, and he was able to bring him down just with 3 yards. Bringing in Judy tight to the formation. Now throwing out to the outside. That one goes to Akins. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. First reception for Akins goes for 4 yards. I formation. Handoff goes to Nick Chubb. Who else? And he's got the first down. 13 rushes, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. As Highsmith comes in to make that tackle. As there's Nick Chubb again with some space. He might get his 3rd, but just barely tackled before he could get in. Oh my goodness, what a run it was. That was beautiful. Elliott saves the touchdown as he had a nice pursuit angle there, but Nick Chubb, I thought for a moment he might get in anyway. 1st and goal now from the 5. Watson swings it out to Chubb, trying to get it to him, and Chubb's not going to get there. He gets no yardage on that one. Trying to get Nick Chubb another touchdown after the Yeoman's effort on this drive. Now a little option keeper for Watson. Watson fights through a few tacklers, does get 2 yards out of it. Queen brings him down. 3rd and goal. Nick Chubb. Oh, just held short. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1. This is prime Kevin Stefanski go for it territory. You know he would go for this because the upside of not making it is the turnover on downs sets your defense in supreme territory to get another safety. Instead, Madden will do Madden things and kick the lame field goal here. 26-14 after the chip shot is good. Kind of a waste of an opportunity there, if you ask me. Yes, it's guaranteed points, but you could end up with the ball back and a safety, especially with how this defense has been playing and how good that Demolition Dog D-line has been feasting all day. They have been very good, getting tons of penetration and pressure in on Justin Fields. Yeah, but for sure, Kevin definitely goes for that. There's no doubt that Stefanski goes for that on 4th and 1 on the 1 yard line. Well, 4th and goal from the 1 yard line, I should say. Gun formation for Justin Fields and the Steelers. He's going to change this up. Swapping out the formation a bit. More spread look. He's going to take it off and escape out the top of the pocket here. And he's going to have a 1st down. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that very much. As a nice Najee Harris carry gets them up near the midfield stripe and a 1st down. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, we would very much appreciate those subscribes. Rick mentions the likes. We very much appreciate those as well, as they help get viewers to our channel. And nice throw over the middle is going to potentially go, and it is going to go. Touchdown for the Steelers. Van Jefferson finding some space in this defense and makes a man miss near the end zone line. So the Steelers not out of this one yet. As working underneath on Newsome can't make the tackle, and Van Jefferson gets in for 6 to make this a tighter ball game. Definitely not over yet, and a beautiful throw from Fields, no doubt. But if you're just joining, a new subscriber and old subscribers, very much appreciate you all, as you are the straw that stirs the drink here at Nagy on Sports. If you'd like to take that fandom to the next level, there's a Discord. You can find the link to that in the description of this video. You can get notifications of when we're going to go live on The Sims, as well as talk all things Browns, NFL, sports, anything else in between sim times. And just chat with us here at Nagy Nation. We also have some polls sometimes. Sometimes we'll have polls for Spotlight Games of the Week, depending on which season we're in. We do that a little bit more for the regular season than we do for others. As this one is going to be nearly caught. I thought for a moment he had it. That was Njoku with the opportunity, but I think he just dropped it. With a concentration drop, unfortunately for him. Power pistol look. Watson scrambling to his right, dumps it off to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is going to get 4. Yeah, he probably should have caught that, big dog. I'm with you. Have it in your hands like that. It's not a great look to see that one come loose. 3rd and 6. As he goes complete to Elijah Moore. He's been very quiet in this game, but an important 1st down. In fact, that's his first reception for 6. It does get an important 1st down, though, as the Browns trying to respond to that Steelers touchdown in a 26-21 ball game. Watson now firing out to the left side. Cooper waiting on it. He makes the man miss, and he's able to get around for a few extra yards. His 4th reception, just 31 yards on his day. First and 10 now. nearing midfield. Watson working in the pocket, and he's going to dump it off to his outlet. That's Chubb for 4. Second and 6 from under center. Watson now firing left side. He's got Cooper again, makes the catch. Just a yard short of the line to gain. And a 3rd and 1 coming with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Watson from under center. Strong I formation. He hands it off to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb's going to get the first down like he does. 16 rushes now for Nick Chubb. That's a much more reliable or a reasonable number for him at this point in the game. Finally got him going, and he has been very good. As that one is a great catch from Cooper. What a concentration catch that was. He just tracked that ball beautifully, is able to come away with a big first down. Impressive catch from number 2. 1st and 10. Pressure off the right side and throwing quickly to the flat. That's Njoku with a 1-yard pickup. Of course, Njoku's got a handful of drops now in this game, and just kind of a not great game for him so far. However, Nick Chubb has had a very good game. 144 yards, 2 touchdowns on his 17 carries. That rush is going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And also take us to the 4th quarter, where you get a look at the stats there. A lot of ground game for both teams. 182 for the Browns and near 150 for the Steelers. Heavy set off to his left side. Little RPO turnaround, and Cooper it's not gonna work out at all. That was kind of an ugly setup play, and it brings up a 4th down. Kind of a wasted effort. Now a field goal coming. Not my favorite play on 3rd and 6. As kick is up, or 3rd and 7, I think. Kick is up, kick is good. So the Browns going to tack on 3. Make this a 29-21 ball game. Yes, that is true, LA Vibes. They are 9-2 right now. They lost in the opening game of the year, and they lost in week 2, and then they have won 9 straight since then, trying to win their 10th at home here against the Steelers. Now Najee Harris with a big old gap out to the outside. He's got down near to the 40-yard line, call it the 37. And another really nice run for number 22. Trent Delpit finally brings him down. But Najee's had a great game as well. 4-man rush. Miles getting free, and he's going to have the sack. Very quickly blowing past the tackle on that one on a little inside move. And he gets to Justin Fields before Justin could do anything with it. 2nd and 16. Handoff goes to Najee Harris. He's got some nice blocking up front. He's going to run into one of those blockers. And Obo Okoronkwo is going to be injured here. Let's see if he goes to the locker room or stays on the bench. He's going to be on the bench, so luckily he should be available. Could potentially still be available yet in this game. Give you a good run for your money. I like it. As another big sack, Michael Hall right up the gap. Kind of a little stunt action to get him into the backfield very quickly. And nothing Justin could do with that one, as he got absolutely smothered back there before he could go anywhere with it. 4th and 24, and the Steelers are going to punt. 12:30 left in the ball game here in this AFC North rivalry game. And the Browns with a 29-21 lead and the ball. All of the momentum on their side, and number 24 with an opportunity now to squeeze the air right out of this ball game on this drive. 12:26 left to play, and the Browns are going to try to use as much of that as possible right here and right now, and it's going to start nicely with Nick Chubb right up the middle for 9 as he made his way through some traffic and able to get a good, healthy chunk of yards and more clock off of the scoreboard. Firing to the left side, he's got Akins. Nice grab for him over the shoulder. And he's going to have the first down, catching him napping, looking for number 24 on 2nd and 1. And it goes to the backup tight end instead on the pass in the flat. Watson now working up in the pocket. He's got it complete to number 85. And the Chief has 2 yards. Second and 8 now, out of the gun. Nearing midfield, Watson standing in the pocket. Now going to take off with it, but he took off too close to Hayward. And Hayward's going to reach out that big mitt and take him down. 3rd and 10. Watson firing left side and knocked away. Can't get it over Kazi. And a 4th and 10 is going to bring out the punt unit, and not as much clock off of there as you'd like. Only about 2.5 minutes worth of clock taken on that drive. As the Browns are going to give the ball back to the Steelers and another opportunity to try to tie up this ball game with 9:54 to play. And yes, probably should have been picked, LA Vibes. I'm kind of surprised he wasn't able to come up with it. Just knocked it down. But certainly not over. Justin Fields now complete. He's got it to Wilson for 9.5 there, 2nd and inches. Now Fields, quick little hitter off to the right side, little slant goes to Watkins. Quez Watkins has a first down. Beautiful blitz right up the gut from Devin Bush. Shuts that play down in a hurry. 2nd and 12. Now scrambling, trying to get away, but he can't. Myles Garrett puts him in the dirt. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 20. Another huge sack for 95. We're going to see this one here again, working to the inside and just levels him. Don't want to be on the wrong side of those tackles. Those look painful. 3rd and 20. And that's going to put Myles Garrett back in the zone. Myles Garrett going to win, but he's going to get the ball away quickly. That's Warren out of the backfield, but not enough doing. And the Steelers are going to have to punt on 4th and 10. Yes, they have been feasting those demolition dogs here, LA Vibes. They've been great, getting to Fields 11 times. That's how a lot of the success on this season has been built, on the back of the D-line. They have been great. Finding some space for Cooper just past the defender, and a nicely dropped in ball gets a first down for these Browns. His 8th reception. He started out kind of quiet, but he's gotten it going now. Kind of getting close to 100 yards himself as a fake goes to Nick Chubb. Probably should be spending more time by handing it off. This one goes to Cooper, but probably want to be sucking the air out of this ball game by running the ball rather than continuing to pass. This one stops the clock as Cooper went out of bounds. But a first down achieved. Screw itself, oh no. As another quick throw out goes to number 2. He is almost to that 100-yard mark. 10 receptions on his day, 98 yards, 2nd and 5 coming. Clock still running. There's the Nick Chubb handoff, and he makes some moves in the pocket, and he's going to have a first down. Vintage 24 coming out to play here, and the Browns doing everything they need to put this ball game away, especially if they continue to run it with number 24. There he is again, just like you expect, and he's going to go through a few and get 2 yards. Probably could have been stopped behind the line to gain, but Nick Chubb does things only Chubb can do. As a quick throw to the outside goes to Cooper, and he's going to get all but a yard. That takes him over the century mark at 104 on his 11 receptions. Ace formation. Back to pass. Firing at left side. He's got it complete to the backup tight end Akins. And a first and goal from the 10. And now you're looking to see how much of this clock you can milk here in your 10 yards you've got to the end zone. Makes it a two-score lead either way. So a field goal is just fine, but you do want to run as much clock as you possibly can with these 10 yards. Watson firing over the middle, and that's going to be caught and quickly tackled. That's Jerry Jeudy taking it down to the 1 yard line. He's had 6 receptions for 66 yards on this day. Running out the clock, fakes the handoff, he's going to take it himself. Watson into the end zone for the touchdown, and that probably is going to do it here as we're closing in on 2 minutes in the ball game. A 2-score game after that touchdown, and Watson goes in uncontested. Absolutely no challenge whatsoever. There are 3 timeouts, you're right. It is not technically over. You've got the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. So it could happen, but they'd have to have an awful lot go their way. They would need the onside kick to get it done. And we have seen, I think, only one of those ever succeed on the channel. And unfortunately, it was against the Browns. Is this a good turn that's faked right here? A kickoff return for a touchdown could very well make this possible. I spoke too soon. Cordell Patterson gets it done, and the vet gets his, as we have seen him do stuff like that. He is originally a specialist, so he is very good at that kind of stuff. And Cordell Patterson gets in for the Steelers, and suddenly no longer a 2-score game. And now kind of an interesting choice here. You still have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Probably going to be kicking it deep and hoping to stand with 3, with a 3 and out, and get the ball back with time to try to score. So a crazy turn of events here. If it wasn't already recorded, then I would say that Madden had heard me. But Madden couldn't have heard me because this had been recorded as of, I don't know, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, something like that. First time I'm seeing it, but it had already happened, so. .203 left to play. Browns need first downs to end this game. Firing it quickly to the right side. He's going to get about half of what he needs there. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 1:59 left to play. I formation, 2nd and 5. Critical moments here in the game. Watson hands it to 24. Good option. He's going to get pushed. Oh, nearly to the line to game. Timeout taken very quickly, 3rd and inches. Critical down here, handed off to Nick Chubb, who gets the first down kind of circuitously. He went around a long way to get it, but he does get the first down. And a critical first down at that. 1:49 left. Nick Chubb, the ball carrier. He's going to be tackled after no gain. But all timeouts burned now as the Steelers take their last one. 2nd and 10. Quick throw out to Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore trying to escape and is going to pick up 4. I don't know why he went that way. That was not the way I would have gone with it, but he made it work either way. As the Browns now nearing the victory formation, trying to squeeze the clock out of the air, and that's going to do it. A first down is all the Browns needed, and now the Steelers can't do anything about it. Browns are going to come away with a 36-28 win here, and the victory formation comes out on the field. GG's indeed, LA Vibes, as we're going to see the victory formation in the kneel, and that's going to be all she wrote here. 000s on the clock coming up. 36-28 is your final as the Browns take down their division rival Steelers to win at home and go 10-2 on the season. A big win for them. And so Tomlin, as you mentioned, Tomlin in our sim at least is going to have his first ever losing season with this loss. And coming at the hands of the Browns, which certainly hurts. I think Phil said it might have stayed on this screen for a little while here. As he said he missed the end of this one by a little bit. He will eventually take us through the stats when he gets down here. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but it might be a little while, so I might have to gab at you here for a minute. But that was a fun game. Quick look at the stats, what we can see. 189 yards for Fields, 2 touchdowns, 60% completion rate, 240 for Watson, 1 touchdown, 75%. Now the Browns kind of just held on to the lead throughout the game after that opening 14-0 lead for the Steelers. A big turnaround on that safety in particular that led to more points. They went 23 points unanswered at one point in this game. Of course, that little bit of risk at the end with that touchdown return for a touchdown made it a little bit dicey there. But the Cordell Patterson not enough as the Browns offense able to get 2 first downs and run the Steelers out of timeouts and the clock down to 0. So if you are just now joining us and haven't yet subscribed, we very much appreciate that subscription. If you are already a subscriber, thank you as well. If you'd like to take your fandom to the next level, there is a Discord. Please join us there. Description is in, or excuse me, the link to that is in the description of this video or any of our other videos. But thank you all for being on. And hopefully here Phil will be with us in just a moment to take us through the stats. Actually, I can see how much longer there is in this. Looks like there's a little while. So we're going to fast forward just a bit till Phil gets there to take us through the stats. We find it in here. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of me just chatting at you. But for those that want to see the stats, Phil does actually take us through it. Just found it. So Phil does take us through it. So I'll put you back on the screen here for seeing the day. And I'll let him talk us through it here in just a moment.
Do get it done in this one. 33 of 44 for 240. A lot of short passes for Deshaun. Just 1 touchdown. Justin Fields, 15 of 25, 189 in his 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris, 14 for 113 and a touchdown. Fields, 5 for 56, Warren 4 for 30. They ran pretty well, but in a losing effort. Pickens, 5 for 29, 4 for 49 for Quiz Watkins. Roman Wilson, the rookie, 2 for 32 and a touch. Van Jefferson, 1 for 54. And the touch as well on that long one. Patrick Queen, 15 tackles, 12 for Cole Holcomb, 12 for Deshaun Elliott, sacks today for Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, TJ Watt, and Alex Highsmith, just 4 of them today. But once again, Browns not turning the football over, and that has led to success for them. Again, we talked about Watson, short passes today. How about Nick Chubb, 23 for $168 and 2 touchdowns. Watson, 4 for 8. 3 rushing touchdowns for the Browns today. 11 for 104 for Coop, and a touch. 6 for 66 for Jerry Jeudy. 6 for 24 for Chief. 3 for 22 for Akins. Chubb with 3. Elijah Moore with 3. Cedric Tillman with just 1. 13 tackles for JOK. 10 for Jordan Hicks. 8 for Myles Garrett, including 5 sacks he got after Justin Fields today in a hurry. 2 for Michael Hall Jr. Tomlinson, Okoronkwo each with 1.5. Okoronkwo did leave injured. We'll see what that one looks like. And again, no turnovers as well. Actually, a forced fumble by Dalvin Tomlinson that was recovered. Cool. Browns continue to keep it rolling now. 10-2 after 13 weeks. Appreciate you being on with us. Go Browns.
Appreciate that, Phil. Thank you so much. Said enough in this one. Y'all are the best, so we'll get out of here the way we always do. Say it, go Browns!